so let's move on to the huge malpractice trap. And this is the one that I thought would really you should key in on. So if you do any kind of adoption other than a step parent, and even a step parent, you should be aware of this, and the child is a citizen of a different country, even if they've lived here their entire life. Like, let's just say they came here as an infant, but they're a citizen of Mexico, or they're a citizen of Canada, or India, or whatever it is. If you do that adoption and then you file for an the immigration attorney, not you, files for an immigration benefit, it's going to be denied if you don't do it the right way. And you can't, in the past, we would often hear family law practitioners saying, I have nothing to do with immigration. I know nothing about immigration. I will do the adoption, and then you need to talk to an immigration attorney. That is a no-go. Do not do that. You need to, before you take that case, you need to involve an immigration attorney, because you're going to be working with the immigration attorney hand in glove through your adoption. So this is going to apply to children whose little feet are in the US, so they're here. All right. So let's talk about, why is this a big malpractice claim trap? The reason is the form that's going to be filed is the same one we were just talking about, the I-130. And same criteria, adoption under the age of 16, and they wait the 2 years. So they're not even filing the form until 2 years after you completed the adoption. And then we just heard it takes like 4 years to get to the case. So somewhere in that 4-year period, the examiner is going to notice that there was a Hague problem. And the family is going to get what's called a request for evidence for failing to comply with the Hague, and they'll eventually get a denial. And then are you, who did the adoption without looking into this, is there some potential malpractice liability? I think there is. In fact, I was an expert witness a few years ago for a carrier on this very issue. So I don't know how many bar complaints or malpractice actions are filed based on this, but we want to do everything we can to do things the right way. Of course,